Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Ricardo. I will be a host for today. Uh, Talk to Talk is a language platform besides of English. I have a lot of different languages like Italian, French, and the the purpose from Talk to Talk is let the knowledge easier and to try to introduce a new language in your life using the better perspective, in my opinion, because sounded like children when learn a new language. Uh, the focus on practice, I believe that's the key word for uh, the platform, actually, in my opinion. No? And for today, we talk a little bit about pets, and I would like to introduce myself and uh, tell a little bit about me. My name is Ricardo, as I told. I married. I have a daughter. I live in a small city of São Paulo State called São Vicente. São Vicente is the first city of Brazil. And uh, I have two pets. My friends, little friends, Quindim and Pudim, cats. And let me uh, press the for the next step, actually. Paula, could you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Paula. I'm 25 years old. I have a daughter too. She's 3 years old. I am married. I am a developer. I agree with you. I think learning with practice is the best thing we can do. And so I'm here to practice my English. I am a host in French here in Talk Talk, and I have a pet is recently.
Yeah,
My husband gave to my daughter a guinea pig. It's like a rat.
yeah,
It's funny because we ask her, uh, uh, how do you want to call the guinea pig? And she say porco. Uh, and I was like, no, she's a piggy, but what is the name? And she's like, porco. With the R, with the R, really strange. And then we call her Piggy. It's called Piggy. Uh, I recently know that guinea pig doesn't live alone. They need company. They need other guinea pigs. Uh, uh, I need to rearrange my house to receive two guinea pigs, and that's it. That's it.
great, Paula. Thanks. And you, Caterine, please, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, hi guys, and nice to meet you, Paula. I think it's my first time with you. So I'm Catherine. I'm a host too. I'm a host from English on Monday. So are you invited for my immersion if you want? Okay. And
Three hosts.
yeah, yeah. So like you can see, my name is Catherine. I'm 30. I live with my mom and my sister. I have just one dog. He's 18 years old, so he's a little old for a dog, but he is very well, so it's okay. And I live in Rio. I work as a biology teacher, and that's it for today.
Great. I remember Caterine because sometimes I just wake up in the early morning, go to the immersion, but I remember of you, Caterine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I close my camera because today,
Yeah,
I wake up, so my hair is not so good.
yeah.
Open my camera.
Okay. Don't worry. The first question is about the kind of pet? So every person answered this question. So in this case, let's move on for the number two. How long have you had your pet? Uh, One of them, the oldest, is Pudding. I believe that my wife adopted in 2015, I believe. But the other, the King Jin, I remember was adopted in 2017. And I believe that is, uh, I noticed a lot of times now the people use it to start a transformation, a kind of transformation, because it's not so, uh, it's common. People use it to don't accept well or not don't accept well, but sometimes it's not uh, real make part of the life. And the suddenly starts a transformation and uh, when the big at the beginning the people used to say, oh, waste of time or waste of money or something like that. Suddenly I remember a friend of mine complain a lot because of a dog, and then suddenly he bought a ice cream for the dog. That's really, really fun when I notice and I know about it. And you, Caterine, could you answer the question?
Yeah, is the question number one or
Two,
two?
two, because the one
Um,
we everyone answer.
okay, how long have you had your pet? Yeah, like I said before, 18 years old is the time that I had my pet. So,
Yeah.
it's my first pet in my life. And yeah, I think I don't have so much things to tell about that. He is like a part of my family. Um, and it's a funny thing because my father is so care about my dog, that he treats my dog like a son. So
It's
in the
very
first
common.
moment, yeah, in the first moment, he was against. Yeah, he was against. I think that he was against. He don't agree um to have a dog, but after like 1 or 2 months, he treats my dog like a son. So he avoided to put the car in the garage just to don't hurt my dog, because he had afraid
Yeah,
um to bump with my dog, with the
sure,
car.
sure.
So yeah.
Some,
Yeah.
yeah, it's necessary pay attention. Huh?
Uh-huh.
And you, Paulo?
So I think that I answer a lot of questions
Yeah, okay.
uh, without knowing. I have just a guinea pig. Is recently is a Christmas gift, so I have since Christmas day 25. It's been a week with her. I'm not sure how old is she because my husband bought and the person told him, but he doesn't remember or he doesn't tell me. I think I asked him, but I don't remember if he have answered me. It's not my first pet. I have never a pet when I was a child because my mother doesn't like animals next to her.
Hmm.
Um, so I really wanted an animal, but I couldn't. And I have my first pet when I was uh 18. 18 was the moment that I left my house and
Uh-huh.
I bought a cat. It was a male cat. It was hard for me because I have never taken care of anyone or anything. I take care of my sister and my brother, but it wasn't the same. It was different because it was an animal. It took a time to get used to their needs. I chose cats because I thought it was be more uh, free to the face. I don't need to take care of him much closely. Then he disappeared. He I left he so freely through the house,
Mhm.
through the face, and one day he disappeared, and it was so sad. But I think that now I am much better. I don't know if I can treat an animal like a son, but I am really attached to the Piranha pig already. Uh, and that's it.
Great. Yeah, I believe that is uh, very common. Things like that happen in our life. And I remember when I was 12 or 11 years old, my mother allowed me uh, adopt a pet, but it's not so don't doesn't didn't work well because it's hard, particularly when the dog is a puppy and the well, I have to I had to give it for another person, but is a different perspective in that time. For example, I believe that not believe it's easier. For example, you adopt a cat because this cat is a more independent animal. And the yeah, I listen or watch some news on the TV about the cats. It's not possible to let the cat alone in your house. Not so much time. I believe that is better because some people used to say, "Oh, it's possible to let the cats alone for 2 3 days." Is not recommended, but yes, certainly is a more independent animal if you compare with a dog, for example. So in this case, if you live in an apartment, particularly because dogs need more space. I believe that is more necessity to run and the things like that. And the so in this case, if you live in an apartment, as I told you, is better you have a cat, particular because is as I told you, besides of the cats be more independent, there are more qualities, I could say. For example, is uh, the cat is more clean animal too, uh, and if you learn easier the place where you do the necessities, I believe, and the yeah, I believe that's better. But about the names, that the question number three, I don't know, really don't know, but my wife is very creative. One of them is uh, brown color, actually, it's similar brown. Is so in this case, my wife put the name Pudim, and when I search another cat, the cat is yellow or orange, So in this case, the Quindim suddenly immediately on your head. But I consider my wife very creative when talk about pet's name because the other one is Netuno. I think that's a good name too, particularly because the cat's the behavior and the other stuff. That's it. And you, Paula, could you answer the question number three?
Yes, I think I already answer. It
Sure.
was my daughter. It was
Yeah.
my daughter's choice to the guinea pig.
Hmm.
But it was kind of strange of my husband's family because they give names for the dogs. My husband had a dog, and my mother-in-law has another one. And wasn't one dog was a girl and one dog was a boy, and they called just like a menina and menino. It was like, why you give name if you're going to call them menino? It was strange to me. So I don't really know the name of them. I just call them like menino.
Yeah,
Uh, and that's it. I think I have never chosen a pet's name. I
great.
It
I
was a
understand.
stranger. I would like to choose. I think if I bought a new Pinea Pig, I would choose the name. And
Yeah,
I going to I need the advice of your wife for the name so creative.
yeah. I choose the question more simple, either because a lot of time used to join people fresh and new on the platform and or not have much knowledge about English. But today there are uh, you, Paula, and Catherine, more advanced students. So, but could you choose another question if you want, or create a new one? Go ahead, no problem for me. Catherine, could you answer the question number three or choose another one?
I prefer answer the question number three.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My pet has the name of my pet is Bidu because I was like uh, almost like a teenager when
Hmm.
I choose the name. So it's like a and kid, almost teenager. I think I had
Bidu is the same name of the animal
yeah,
from Monica's gang, actually.
yeah, Monica's
Okay,
game. So I read a lot Monica games, and I choose
really
this
nice.
name. Yeah, I choose this name because of this. So yeah, my mom suggesting another names like Ferrugem, but
That's a good name.
the name Bidu I think is better. Even though when I walk with my dog in the street, I see a lot of dogs with the same name, you know? I think a lot of people have the same idea. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, move on for the next question. What is your pet's favorite activity or toy? Um, it's very important, to uh, create or have an activity. The both people, particularly if you have a dog, and sometimes the people is, how do you say, a little lazy or don't have don't have this kind of behavior or activity in your life, for example, do exercise and something like that. And suddenly, particular elderly people, when the people introduce a pet in their lives, sometimes you walk around with a dog, for example, and the is a good activity, and the yeah, as the video told us, is very important for not just for activity, but mental health too. A lot of people notice the benefits to have a pet, uh, particularly when you have some disease, depression, and other stuff. And the besides that, for example, the people used to introduce animals in some hospitals, too, because the people became so, I don't know, close uh, in a room, and the sometimes the people pass take a lot of time in the same place, don't see or don't have another activity. And so in this case, the people became it's very appreciate when the people used to introduce animal just a little brief, but this portion of time is not so relevant sometimes, but the change, uh, the mood became much better when you have this kind of contact. And the yeah, well, as every cat, my cats love this kind of, for example, is a little bird uh, made of, I don't know, fabric. I'm not sure.
Fake bird.
And the could be. And the yeah, one of them is not so motivated, but the other one love when I just pick up the stick, because it's a stick and they have I'm not sure how do you say barbante, I forgot. And the when I pick up this stick, one of them became very have a lot of attention in my hands, and the that's a very appreciated. I'm not sure how do you say, but is erva do gato, that's really weird, because you put this a plant, and they started to, I don't know, the behavior changed a lot, and they became more calm, tranquil, sounded like how do you say marijuana, so it sounded like the cats smoke marijuana became very different, started to play and the other stuff. That's it. And you, Katarini?
Yeah, I have a dog, so as the most of the dogs, my dog have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So I said he's 18 years old, so he's a little old, but even though he has a lot of energy. So I think they don't have a perfect what is the name? A favorite toy. They don't have a favorite toy. They sorry, he don't have a
Go
favorite
ahead.
toy.
Don't
He
worry.
don't like toy, but he like to do some activities like hide and seek, you know. So he like to do that and to run too. Sometimes when I go to the street with him, he just start to run because I think he in my house don't have a lot of space. So maybe in the street he feel more free for do that. And maybe the favorite activity is asking for food. So
Yeah,
he do
always.
this, yeah, he do this a lot, you know. Yeah, just that. And you, Paula?
To me, my daughter is on vacances at school, and she has a lot of energy. So my husband told me that the Pneu Pig will be calm, it be months. I don't know how to say. But I just figured out that she has a lot of energy too. So her favorite activity is to run around to the house. I prepared a space that I could let her, and I put her on the ground, and she run and give a little jump. Jump. It's strange. I have never seen something like that. And I don't really know if she has a favorite toys because I don't really have a toy for her right now. I I went to a pet shop recently, and they doesn't have it. They just have food and things for taking care, but there's no toys. the pet shop that I went had toys for cats or dogs or something like that. So I'm not sure what can I do for entertain her, or make her feel more less boring about her time. And that's it.
Great. Well, uh, move on for the next one. I believe that you could answer the number five and the six at the same time because uh, ah, it's simple and easier. But don't worry, you could answer as you would like to. Um, how often do you take your pet to the vet? I used it to once a year, or when my pets have some problem. Uh, and the about the special diet. One of them have uh, kidneys problems, and a long time ago is very dangerous, particular for cats, for any kind of animal, but particular cats have more thoughts. Want to talk about kidneys? And the nowadays I have to buy uh, a, as I forgot the name of the ração in English, but yeah, pet food, I don't know. And especially for cats have sensibility or touch for kidneys. Né? So in this case, it's very expensive, né? But my wife used to to pay. But is cats don't use it to eat a lot of food, and the normally one bag used to take around 5 months, a little less, maybe 4 months. So in this case, is 3 times a year. My wife have to buy a new one, but another one is it's more how do you say healthy, I believe, and it's less expensive. I try to feed using another kind of pet food, but unfortunately, it's not possible because every time that I try to introduce another kind of pet food, part- particularly the good ones, uh, my King Jane actually, King Jane have problems, and in this case, I have to introduce our again this special food, special pet food for kidney sensitive. That's it. And you, Caterini.
Yeah, almost the same. I take my dog to the doctor at least once a year to take the vaccines and
Hmm.
check everything's all right.
Exactly.
And sometimes when show some problem, we take it here again. So yeah, that's it. Let me see. Yeah, just that yeah, he has some problems because he is a little old, so he has cataract.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and the surgery is very, very expensive
I
to
wonder.
remove the cataract. And even if I have the money, um, he is old, so it's very dangerous to do this surgery. So I have afraid. So sometimes he can't see clearly, so it's a problem.
Yeah,
But and yeah, yeah, he's a little deaf too, but just that. So he's very okay
okay.
for the age. Yeah.
Ah, have, eh, That's normal, né? The part of life, né? Became older, né?
Yeah, but he's
Like
still,
us, né?
living a normal life.
Sure,
So,
great.
yeah. And you, Paula?
For me, uh, I haven't yet taken my pet for the vet uh, because he's really, really
You, né?
new. It's too soon to go to the
Sure.
vet. But my intention is to go probably once or twice a year if nothing happens, or if necessary. And for the special diet, Panaya pig are animals, vegetarian animals. They eat vegetables. I'm not much a vegetable person, so I'm discovering new ways of greens, I would say. Recently, I buy spinach. I
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
never eaten, so it was something new to me and my family. I think this year probably will we will be much more healthy, eating more vegetables because of Piggy, because of my pet, and I think she doesn't demand anything special. I'm not sure what she likes. Uh, yeah, I think is I give her a lot of things to see what she likes, and I give her pet food. And face for her. She just eat, and
Mhm.
she's happy. She doesn't have any problems yet with the food, so I'm
Mhm.
going to continue to buy uh vegetables and petty food.
Is easier to determine if you is a boy or a girl? Because one
Is a
of
girl.
them is a girl. Yeah. And
It,
sometimes is different because some animals have the internal organs or sometimes the skin is very deep and not so easy to determine. But don't worry.
she was screaming earlier, and I was like, I think she's hungry, and I tried to give her food, and she didn't accept. I was like, what do you want? I don't know. And it was like, she just need to run a little,
Oh
go
yeah,
out a little.
yeah, that's nice. Uh, well, question number 7 is similar. Uh, so in this case, let me move on to the next number 8. What's the funniest thing your pet has ever done? Well, one of them, the pudding is common. The behavior from cats is a little lazy, sleep almost every day, every time, and sometimes just wake up, uh, do the toilet, or in the eat some food and go back to sleep again. But particular, the another one, the King Jin is very smart in my opinion, because he can open doors. That's weird, because he jumped on the, I forgot the maçaneta in English, and open. Sometimes it is a little boring, because, for example, if they want to see the door the door open. That's weird. Sometimes if you close the door, particular King Jin, as I told him, he wanted to let the got in my bedroom, sometimes I needed to close the door because I don't know any kind of reason, and the I close the door and the starts jumping and the maçaneta, I forgot the name, and sometimes I open and close follow, and he suddenly started to jump in the maçaneta because he wanted to leave. That's weird. Uh, in my opinion, I used to talk with my wife, and yeah, I mentioned that have a kind of disease, a mental disease. I don't know because uh, just wanted to see the door open. And well, I believe that any kind of activity, one day wanted to or needed to introduce in the pet's life. Uh, he used to to be a smart pet. And sometimes, for example, when uh, he wanted to eat or something different, that's really weird in my opinion. There is a mirror in the door, hang in the the wall, and I don't know what happened. He used the hand and the pushed the mirror and they dropped it and they started to became a very big sound, uh, noise, and the particular when I me and my wife was sleeping, and he started to uh, make a very big noise to try to wake up us. So that's I don't know. I never know or what another cat have this kind of behavior. It's really weird for me. That's it. And you, Caterine,
Oh, I don't know how what is the
nu-
question, the number?
number eight. Number eight.
And oh, there's so much things.
Don't worry.
Uh, I think maybe a specific situation when I lived in a house next to a green area.
Mhm.
My dog my dog usually go to this area just to run, and the Grace, I think it's Grace, right? Diagram? You know?
Grass.
Grass, thank you. The
Don't
grass
worry.
is so is so high that we just see my dog like a habit, just
Oh yeah,
jumping like a habit.
that's really cute.
And when he come back, he was like full of the tiny things, green tiny things that we call mm, oh, I forgot. Um,
Dogs used to be smart animals, no? I believe.
yeah.
Sometimes you watch on TV, it's hard to believe sometimes, no? Sound like a human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not percevejo, it's another name, but yeah. And the other things that he usually do is take the paper in the bathroom. So
Hmm.
you just take the paper, the cleaning paper, all
Wow.
right? And take this paper until the garage. So when I wake up, we just see a lot of paper around the house, So it's very funny too. And a third thing is I don't know why he woke up the same schedule like 5 a.m. and start to bake. I think it's bake. Start to bake to the window.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
It sounds
yeah,
like a
like
soup. Noodle is sound like a soup.
Soup?
Eh, you noodle, I don't know, but is a sound like a kind of element, huh? A kind
The
of food.
tomato.
No, 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 it's not to ask you for food. It's just
Oh yeah,
to wake up everybody, like
sure.
everybody wake up. I need to enter in the house, like that. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's the things that my dog usually do. Yeah.
And you, Paula?
For me, I think that is when I left her room and she give little jumps to the things. It's like a hamster. Her body can stretchy and
Yeah.
a large and stretch, and she can jump things. And she likes my chair of work. That has the wheels, the little wheels, and she just jump uh the chair, the wheel, the chair, and that is funny. And to me, that's all new. So to me, this is all funny. Or when she bite me, she bite me. It doesn't hurt. But I don't know why, and I don't know if she's hungry. She just get close to me and
Uh,
buy, for example, my hand, or it was like, oh, do you need any food?
eh,
And
maybe try to call attention or something like that.
um, maybe. And the last thing that I could say is when I lay down, she just start to is smell smell, uh, and I can see her teeth, and her nose. He's really funny vision of seeing,
Mm,
because I only see her from high, on the ground or anything like that. So when see her face, it was really funny.
great. Well, we don't have much time, so in this case, you could we could answer the both one, the last ones, 9
Mhm.
and 10. Uh, Number 9, how do you train your pet or manage its behavior? It's hard, no? Because uh, cats is a different kind of animal. No? It's not so easy to train. For example, if you compare a dog, uh, because yeah, I don't know, they, they yeah they learn new things, but it's different. Sometimes you watch on TV, cats doing a lot of things similar to dogs, but I'm not sure. For example, my cat, particular Kinjin, if you, for example, uh, I don't know, throw a ball, he uses it to pick up and bring us. Is very similar to dog, but it's different because dog is smarter. I feel I have to compare it. And but sometimes I try to, for example, is very useful, a kind of toilet, and they use water, because is normally cats prefer do these things on the sand, but the sand is expensive. So in this case, there is a kind of toilet where you use to water. It's much better because it's much less expensive, and you have to train. So, but is there are some steps. So, but they adapt very well. And the well, another thing I don't know, another behavior, or yeah, maybe about the destroy things. My coach, for example, sometimes have problems. I buy I bought a coat that is a different fabric and is not so affected the, because of the nails, but is a little better. But sometimes I have to use water uh, to try to let the my cats keep away from some situations or things. And I never travel. About the question number 10, have you ever traveled with your pet? No, I never travel with my animals, particular cats, just for when I have to go to the veterinary. But I eh, sometimes is another thing. Sometimes I watch on TV or internet. The people use to travel with cats, and sometimes I see a kind of, I don't know how do you say the name, uma rede, assim, and sometimes the guys stuck this net. I don't know how it's the same word, and they use it to sleep on this kind of rede, and the guys stuck on the glass. That's very fun. But I never try. I never try. Sometimes when I have to travel, I don't keep away much time from my house. When I have to keep more time, I ask help for my brothers-in-law or another person. That's it. And you, Paula.
For me, I discovered that you can train uh, banana pig for doing something, but I have never tried. So I think it will be hard to train.
Mm-hmm.
I buy some it's like sandy but a hard sand that you can put on does a specific local and the pig, the pana pig would make her necessities on
Okay.
this kind of material, and it will be much more clean. I figured out that they are animals who likes to be clean and with, but they are the animals that make they poop all the time.
Yeah.
They walk and they just poop, and it's like
Eat and poop.
eat and poop. So it's kind of hard. So I do think about training this like toilet part of just pooping in a place, and so it's easier to clean after. And I have never traveled for places so far from my house. I did the travel between the pet shop and my house,
Sure.
and I need to go to my grandmother house, so I bring it. So it was, I think, two travels that I did. I just this this way of pet shop in my house, my grandmother house, and my house. And I think that I prefer to not traveling anymore. I think they are animals so scared of the world. She came here. She was so scared of doing anything. So I think that she prefers to be in a place that is familiar. And she's just getting used to be at my house. And I think that I rather not to travel with her. I rather uh, uh, take it some person to be here and giving food and give water and take care of her. Uh, while I work or while I travel.
Great. Let me say goodbye for